cannot handle real work, reality talk, 80+ language, simply skip the video.
Vlog number 61. And we're in a time period of upscaling everything. I'm actually at the moment pretty exhausted, very honest about it. Now in Bulgaria Mall, going to schedule reels, different TikTok accounts, and then it's time again to empty my head with the calisthenics thing. And I think today so when you watch this, then I uploaded yesterday. I always need to think a little bit. Yesterday, then the second calisthenics video, and the thing is about the way I train. It's simply to stay in shape, mentally pretty healthy, I think. And next to that, in a very short amount of time. And the exercises that I am doing, let's say the majority of people can't do it easily. That's another thing. I make calisthenics accessible, you know. When you see those, let's say those young guys, you know, swinging on the pull-up bars and everything. And if you're very honest about it, what you see, you know, in general, they are not that muscular. You want to have the muscle, you want to have the brain, and you want to have the endurance. And that's why I'm starting to share parts of my training schedules as well. And this is maybe an interesting thing, because I'm sharing in all my videos a boatload of things to think about. I share strategies, automation scenarios that you can use in make.com. I will just give them away. And again, if you spend so much time doing repetitive tasks, make.com solves and saves you a lot of time, and it's not only incredibly stable, but it's also incredibly budget friendly. I'm going to use it for distributing over 500 Instagram reels in the next month, and that is for the price of $10. Think about it. You go on any kind of social media, blah blah blah, you're not going to get this for this price. It will be at least $80, if not $100 per month to get this distributed. And it's way much more labor intensive before you even can get started. And it has a whole learning curve. It's pretty straightforward, but there are social media manager softwares that I used in the past, but overcomplicated, and it's capped. C-A-P-P-E-D, capped. Like all my strategies, all my tools that I'm sharing and will of going to share, I tested them for years, and also tons and tons of scenarios. I'm going to give you a little bit of example when it's about writing prompts. You know, the moment that AI came around, when it became available for the public, I jumped in and I thought, yeah, this is it. For the first 6 months, I spent over 10 hours a day on AI, and I wrote over 10,000 prompts. So just to give you a little bit an idea of how I jump into things. So for example, Scrapebox, and that is Google, that is a desktop app, but it's Google on steroids. The 100, if not 1,000 times the power of Google search engine. So you know, I'm saying it in the most basic explanation. I'm trying to explain it in the most basic way possible so that everybody understands. So this, for example, this scrape box is insane. I'm using this, I think over 7 years by now, and it never failed. It's good for lead collection, scraping website, data summarizing. So I'm going to give you one example. For example, you got the YouTube add-on. It's a premium one. You have to buy it on top of the Scrapebox investment. By the way, if you want to buy a Scrapebox, I can give you $35 discount. Everything is official, nothing is hacked or whatever, that bullshit. But the thing is, yeah, the YouTube thing, for example, you can scrape, let's say from one YouTube channel that you think it's interesting, you grab all the titles, you grab all the comments, you grab all the video descriptions, and you throw it in AI and you ask the questions that you want to ask, and or create content based upon their content, and you understand where this goes. But I'm not going too deep into it. I'm just giving you a little bit an example about the amount of opportunities that can be created by only the tools that I mentioned now, Scrapebox and Make.com. With Make.com you simply save time. Scrapebox is Google on steroids, and you can do so much stuff with this. Like I said, you can scrape websites, you can the emails. I got also the email add-on, so you can, from any kind of site, you scrape hundreds and hundreds in emails. Then it's about cold emailing. If you want to get in cold emailing, outreaching to businesses, outreaching to people, I can tell you exactly how to do it, because I went into this for 6 months in order to get inboxed, because that is a whole issue if you just get into it. And I always like to do things massively, and otherwise I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in just friggle-fraggle and you know. Anyway, I'm just sharing those things. I'm gonna drink a coffee, and then we'll see what we're gonna do, because I need to clean up my head, that's for sure. By the way, the training videos, the calisthenics training videos are in, the link is in the description every time, and I will mention it multiple times. Oh yeah, there was another thing, because I talked about the fact that I talk about tons of different topics, red flags about and that you should avoid. So for 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I started writing a book actually. And now that I started to get into vlogging, I did not know at that time when I started writing the book, I did not know about the vlogging, that I would get into it. But now we will use the transcripts of the vlogging thing to add more content to the book, and also to summarize my videos a bit, because I understand it's pretty overwhelming, I think. Actually, a few people said it, you know, because yesterday's video is actually over 18 minutes, and I keep on rattling, I understand, but yeah, that's the way it is. But I will make, in that book, for example, I will have a chapter of strategies, chapter of tools, the chapter of keeping your circle clean, especially when you start building a very reasonable business. But also all the strategies that I'm sharing don't have caps. And to explain a little bit about the caps, you know, for example, you open a retail store, that store, for most normal retail stores, they will never ever reach $1 million a year. They can put in so much work, they will never reach $1 million a year. That's called capped. That's capped business. No matter what, maybe they will double their, I don't know what, their buy-in or whatever you call it, when they bought the business, but you never go over 1 million a year. It's capped, not interesting for me. What is interesting about liquor stores and retail stores? Lead collection. That's where the money is. The money is not in alcohol, it's not in the cigarettes. I'm using this alcohol thing because that's what most people understand. I can get in totally different niches. Like I said, we also work with lawyers for lead gen, nurture. But the amount of people that actually do want to grow and or get out of the normal thinking, quote unquote, and normal thinking, I also discussed. The real estate people, most of the real estate people, they are, you know, yeah, wearing suits, kissing ass, and don't optimize anything. And even when they optimize, they still use the lead database just to distribute the brochures. Yeah, that's not how it works, people. But let's see what we can do here in Bulgaria. The thinking is pretty traditional over here, so yeah. But let's see. Keep on pushing it, and let's see. Yeah, and I'm a little bit. I need to clean my headphones. Finished shooting another instruction video. A nice cycle can be done by any beginner. The next clip will go very fast through it. The thing is, I upload a separate video where I do the voiceover and explain the hows and the whys, and also a part of the mindset that you should have when you start out, or you just want to get a little bit more or lose more weight. You know why I'm doing this? Just to keep my brain hyperactive and keep my beer belly away, because I like to live life. What else? So yeah, I did multiple variations of pull-ups. The mindset is actually simple. You have nothing to prove to somebody, but what I want to show you with my exercise, the way I'm doing it, I'm not saying that it's the most perfect ones, but I do believe that it works out, I think. And I think you can see it for an old fart of 46. You can see that I'm reasonable in shape. And the thing is, I do everything very structured. And what I'm telling people also when they talk with me in person, I always say it's better to do every day one than 1 time per week 10 times or 100 times. It's true. Consistency is key to everything. Is it at one point boring? Perhaps, but that's why you will get shredded before you reach my age, and you will stay shredded. The people who cannot pierce through the boredom and or keep it exciting. And there's another reason that I want to something that I want to mention. Sometimes I do listen to music with my headphones, but I prefer to be in the moment, focusing on the position of my toes, my hands. I'm focusing how I keep my fingers, and it's not because of the camera. Just a sec. That is not because of the camera. It's more that I want to execute the exercises as good as my own capabilities. And the thing is, and I also mentioned the one. Oh no, yeah, that's already uploaded. So all the training videos, I stack them up in the description. And I will also make a public Google Sheet file. You just copy it and you just drop it in your Google Drive thing, and you just checkbox every week something, and then show it to me. I would love to see what you're doing. Oh shit, totally not focusing on the camera where it points to. So yeah, so I'm trying to help you out. And oh yeah, this is what I want to say about the dips. Hey, those people, they do tons of dips, tick, 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 not full stretch. Okay, some people know the reason why, but a lot of people also, they do it just to push out as many dips as possible. But in the end, you can see their body is a little bit flubby. You want to have the definition. So for example, a very nice example is, for example, my calves are there's definition. They're not the biggest, but there's definition, and that's what we want. So for example, once I showed my calves on the thing, and then people send me all kind of calves things, and the thing is, yeah, they were big, but they're totally not definition wise. But there is a difference. I think, and I believe it, and I'm not saying this about myself. The thing is, I do believe that definition is a little bit more sexy than when it's big and no definition. You want to have this definition. You're sculpting the body, and that's why I'm focusing also constantly what I'm doing. I'm focusing. focusing. If I want to see when you see my dips, just I don't know. Yeah, the first video, I circle around on the bottom. That is just to shape up my hips, around my hips. I keep it lean over there. You know, when you're under the shower with your spouse, it looks good. You know, it looks good. Don't focus only on your summer body, you selfish shit. You know, because in the summer you have to look good for the other people. No, when you're with your spouse, taking showers together, you wash her all off, him all up, and you look like all flabby, and only in the summer you're 2 days a year a little bit in shape. No, it's not only about you. It's not only about you. It's also the other people. They have to stare at you. Just saying. But not only this, you know, but also discipline always. You know, the outcome of discipline is simply, let's say, more confident. And trust me, I'm far away from the most confident on the person on the planet. But you know, I'm doing everything. I'm rowing with everything that the guy upstairs gave me. You know, and just optimize it. It makes me feel good. I can vibrate good energy into the world. Keep my brain very healthy, because I'm to be very honest, I'm never very cloudy. Maybe once per week, but also try to understand and my day starts at 5:15 and then it's go time. Most of the times I'm waking up earlier, but then I force myself to sleep. But that's the thing, you know, when you start to smell a little bit freedom, you start smelling that things are just popping in. You get DMs that people want to meet you. You have people that you simply can randomly meet. That's exciting, people. That is really exciting. And you know, every night when I go to bed, I simply don't want to go to bed. You know why? Because life is too exciting. Serious. And yeah, people who meet me in real life, they say it's all. They can see that it's, you know, I'm really full of energy, and that's why I also need to meet a lot of other people, because if one person would stay the whole time with me, you know, they go fucking nuts. Yeah. No, that's also not true. But for some, I had exes. They said, "Shut up," you know, because yeah, some people cannot handle it. Anyway, just stop talking. Busy over here.